Here we this is a mixed DI including percentage, pie chart and line graph. Mixture of these three concepts. So let's dive into the question. At first, try to understand the question. Firstly, so this is a mixed question. The pie chart shows that the number of students study in 5 different schools as percentage of total number of students study in all 5 schools A, B, C, D and E. All the students of the schools are divided in 2 houses, red and green. Total students in all 5 schools is 15,000. So this is a pie chart and it represents the percentage of students distribution. That is 12% of 15,000. It is the number of students in school A, which is 12 into 150. 1800. Same as this is A, same as B, 20% of total number of students, that is 15,000. I am not writing the calculation. I am jumping to the result part. That is 20% of 15,000 is 1/4. Sorry, 1/5 of 15,000. That is, sorry, that is, okay, I was right, 3,000. And in C, it is 15% of 15,000. That is 2250. In D, it is 25% of 15,000, which is this is in C it is 2250. In D it is 25% of 15,000. That is 1/4 of 15,000. 1/4 of 15,000 for and in E it is 28% of 15,000. How we can calculate 28% of 15,000? That is 28 into 150. It is 14 into 300. That is 4200. Okay, we got the number of students. In A is 1800, B is 3000, C 2250, D it is 3750, and in E it is 4200. Okay, and we are given a line graph also. The line graph shows the number of girls and number of boys who are in red house in each of the 5 schools. Okay. What is given in line chart? I am assuming you know the line chart or line graph very well, that the basic knowledge of line graph you have, I am assuming. So this blue line representing the number of girls, that is the total number of girls, that is in A, in school A, the number of girls is 810. In school B, number of girls is 1650, total number of girls. In C, total number of girls is 2250, and in C it is 990, in D it is 2250, and in E it is 2100. And if we see the boys who are in red house, so the question is saying, already it is said that all students of the schools are divided in 2 houses, red and green. These all total number of students are divided in 2 houses. One is red house, another is green house. That is, for school A, some students are in red house, some students are in green house. As well as in B, some are in green house, some are in red house. In C, some are in red house, some students are in green house, and so on and so forth. Okay. And boys who are in red house, in A, the number is 440. There is from school A, number of boys in red house it is 440. So boys red A is 440. Accordingly, boys in school B is 720 who are in red house, and so on. So this is the whole given part information. So let's jump into the question. The first question saying, if the ratio of number of girls in greenhouse to red house in school B is 16:17, then find difference between number of boys and girls in greenhouse. Okay. So the number of girls in greenhouse and red house, we can write girls and the question is saying about A, all the information of A. So girls in red house and greenhouse is 2. Girls in red house is equal to 16:17. Now if you know the basics of ratio, I can add 16 plus 17 is equal to 33, and I can compare this 33 to the total number of girls in A. that is girls in green and girls in red. Total number of girls, and the line chart is saying total number of girls in A is 810. This color is, let me sort this color, this is green. Okay, so total number of girls in A is 810. If the ratio of number of girls in greenhouse to red house, school B, it is 1650. School B number of girls is 1650. So 33 is comparable to 1650. 1 is comparable to 1650 by 33, that is 50. Okay, I need to find out the difference between the number of boys and girls in greenhouse. So in girls in greenhouse is 16, 16 representing the girls in greenhouse, na? So girls green is equal to 16 into 50, that is 800. If this is the case, girls in greenhouse is 800, and I need the difference between the number of boys and girls in greenhouse. Okay, but the boys in red house of B is 720, and total number of girls is 1650. So number of boys in B, total number of boys in B are 3000 minus 3000 minus 1650, it is 0, 5, 3, 1350, and boys in red house is 720. So boys in greenhouse, boys in green 1350 minus 1350 minus 720, 0, 3, 630. So the question is asking the difference between the number of boys and girls in greenhouse, that is boys in greenhouse, girls in greenhouse, 1800 minus 630. What is the difference? 0, 7, 170. 170 is the correct answer. So we are sorted with 161 question number. Let's jump into second question. What is the ratio of girls in red house to greenhouse in school C if total number of students in greenhouse of school C is 1083? So what is the total ratio of girls in red house? to greenhouse in school C. Okay, and it is given that the total number of students in greenhouse of school C is 1083. Okay, in C, okay, the ratio of girls in red house to greenhouse C. Okay, boys in red house in C, boys in red house in C, boys red is equal to 567. Girls 990. Total number of girls total is 990. So boys total is C 2250 minus 990. It is 2250 minus 990. Okay. Because the total number of students are 2250, so 2250 minus 990. 2250 9900 6 1260 1260. Okay, boys in red house is 567. Girls in red house acha, girls in greenhouse, what will be the number of girls in greenhouse? Total number of student in greenhouse is 1083. Okay, boys in greenhouse is 1260 minus 567, that is 3 693. And so total number of students in greenhouse is 1083 and total number of boys in greenhouse is 693. So girls in green is equal to 1083 minus 693, 09617 390. Girls in greenhouse, we got the ratio of girls in red house and greenhouse. So greenhouse we got, but the red house is, if the total number of girls is 990, so girls in red house will be girls red girls in red, it is equal to 990 minus 390, 990 minus 390, that is 600. So the ratio is red to green, that is this to this, 600 is to 390. If we cancel 00 and 3 with 3, it is 20 to 13. 20 to 13 is correct answer. Option C is correct. Okay, I'm removing this part. We have to solve the next question, so I'm removing this part. Okay, the next question saying the next question is asking number of boys in greenhouse of school A, what percent of the number of girls in greenhouse of school A. If total students in red house of school A is 750. Okay, total students in red house in A. Okay, we are saying about A. So total red total is equal to 750. But we know the total number of boys in A is in red house is 440. So boys red is 440. So girls red is 0 750 310. So the number of boys in greenhouse, okay, number of boys in red house is 440 and total number of boys is boys total will be this part is girls total and this part is overall total students. So 1800 minus 810, 1800 minus 810, that is 099 total boys. So boys who are in green is equal to 990 minus 440. 990 minus 440, that is 550. Okay, number of boys in greenhouse of school A is what percent of number of girls in greenhouse of school A, and total number of girls in A is 810, but the girls in red is 310. So girls in green girls in green is 810 minus 310 is equal to 500. So boys in green, it is saying that boys in green in A is what percent, that is what percent of number of girls in greenhouse. Number of girls in greenhouse is 500. So what percent it is, this is what percent of that, this number is what percent of this number. What we do to calculate the percentage, 0 by 500 into 100, this is 5 times, this is 110 times, that is 110%, and this is the answer A. Option A is correct. Let's do the next question. What is the total number of students in red house of school E if number of girls in green house of school is 1155? Total number of students in red house of school E. If the number of girls in green house of school E 1155. Total number of girls, so we talking about E, and total number of girls is total number of girls in E is 200 2100. So 2100 is the total number of girls, and girls in greenhouse it is 1155. So girls in red house is 21001155 minus 5 945. Girls in red is 945, and total number of students in red house of school E. Girls in red we got na. So boys in red is and the total number of boys is boys total is girls total is 2100, and total number of students are 4200. So boys total is 4200 minus 2100, that is 2100. Okay, and boys who are in red house is 1260. The number of boys who are in red house is 1260. So boys who are in green, okay, we don't need to find out the total number of boys because boys in red is required for this question. So this part is unnecessary. Boys in red is already given. Boys in red is already given, which is 1260. And we got the girls in red, that is 945, and it is asking the total number of students in red house, that is 1260 945, adding it 5, it is 2205. 2205 is correct answer, which is B. B is correct answer. Next question is, what percent of girls in greenhouse out of total girls of D? What percent of girls are in greenhouse out of total girls of D? If the number of girls in red house of school D is 305 more than the number of boys in the same house. Okay, number of girls in red house, number of girls in red, and we are talking about D. Number of girls in red house is 305 more than the boys in the same house. 305 more than the boys in the same house, that is 820. Number of boys in D who are in red house is 820. So number of girls in red house is 820 plus 305, it is equal to 5 2 3 8, that is 1125. Okay, and percent of girls in greenhouse out of total girls of school D. Okay, out of total girls in school D, total girls in school D is, I can clearly see that it is 2250. So total girls is 2250. So girls in green girls in green is 2250 minus 1125, that is 1125. That is the number of girls in red house is 1125, and as well as greenhouse it is also 1125. So the what percent of greenhouse girls are in greenhouse out of total girls? Total girls is 2250, and in greenhouse the number of girls is 1125. What is the percentage of 1125 out of 2250? It is clearly seen, it is 1 by 2, that is 50%. You know the system. If the fraction is 1 by 2, the percentage is 1 by 2 into 100%, that is 50%. So I hope, so this is the answer. I hope you have got the question and the concepts you have understood. I hope so. If you have any doubt, let me know in the comment section. I will discuss in next video. Till then, thank you.